Hello everyone, and welcome back to the BattleCast. As per the title, 4,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel. If you can't tell by the thumbnail, like that's what I'm doing there, my mind's exploding. It might look kind of, I don't know, it's like a Canadian moose or something, I'm not sure, but that's what I was going for. So if you're watching this, thank you so much. And if you're not watching this, you're not going to hear this, but thank you anyway, and maybe you'll see the video pass by on your screen. So this is a celebration video. This is a future of the channel video. If you're hearing background, I mean, I've got the window open. It's so hot for some reason in this room right now, and this is totally ad-lib. I'm just kind of, there you go, see, freestyling it a little bit more. So anyway, thank you for being a part of the channel. Can't believe how much of a journey this has been. You know, it's just a year ago I was at 1,000 subscribers. Now I'm at 4,000. Damn you loud cars. Anyway, thank you so much for being a part of this channel. I can't believe how far I've come personally and how far the channel's come. This all started as a very specific intention. I wanted to make a gameplay video for a game that I liked, but no one was playing, and therefore I wanted to maybe put out some content to get people excited. I don't know if that has succeeded. This channel was called the Rune Wars BattleCast when it first started, making videos for Rune Wars. And now it has changed into something wilder than I ever thought. My love for wargaming and board gaming and generally just kind of being a part of an internet community has skyrocketed through this. So yeah, big changes beneficially from this. I've just got a list here. That's kind of why I'm turning my head over here. So yeah, I started in October 25th, 2017. Now it's 2019, so 2 years old. Woohoo! Unbeknownst to me in my life, I needed a creative outlet, and for many of you who do amazing painting on your miniatures, or, you know, maybe you have other things in your life, or maybe you found this with board gaming or wargaming, it's a wonderful outlet to have. And for me, I didn't even know that I needed YouTube in my life, but when it finally came, of course I needed it. It made a huge impact on my happiness and everything. So I guess, in summary, don't be afraid to just try new shit. I mean, maybe it'll take off, right? Start a YouTube channel yourself if you're passionate about something. I mean, it's just, yeah, it made a big difference to me. So, yeah, shocked at how big this channel got. I like that this is like, not to toot my own horn or whatever, but I like that I still get to be myself. I don't try and change who I am for YouTube. I think you see a lot of people where you're like, you watch a YouTube video and the guy's like, welcome to, and it's just like, if you were hanging out with that person in real life, you would want to blow your brains out, you know, like, it's just too much. And so I wanted to be a YouTuber who I am who I am. If you met me in real life, you would find that I'm quite similar to how I am on YouTube. And I like to think that the people who are subscribed to this YouTube channel like that, I think, maybe. Some people are like, hey, spice it up, dude, or like, oh my god, you're so boring and stuff. But and, yeah, and my favorite comment of all to this day, I can't remember what video on, fuck, it was funny, but the guy was like, you sound like a kid who's up late playing Xbox and doesn't want to wake his parents up. Which is so funny because it's like bang on, right? You're like, hello everyone and welcome back to the BattleCast. Anyway, I like that I get to be myself, and I like that there's a lot of you out there who support me in being myself, and even those who are not very kind in their words, you know, like, you know, say some mean things to my demeanor. I like to think that I promote kindness on the channel. I try and be positive, I try and be friendly, and I try and answer back to every one of you guys, which I love doing, by the way. I love chatting to you guys. Yeah, I always try and show kindness when it isn't even, even when it's not necessarily shown to me. I'm looking at Reddit. Sometimes the people on Reddit are cutthroat, man. And I get it, because like funny zingers can get lots of, you know, upvotes, but damn, heartbreaking at times. Put yourself out there and you just cut you deep. I wanted to take a look at some earlier videos. I accidentally closed them, so I'm going to just like cut the video and then we'll open up here in a sec. Okay, I have them all set up. So we're back. I'm going to take a look if you want. We're going to look through a couple videos and then I'll do, I don't know, some comments and whatever, kind of reacting to my first way earlier videos because the production quality of this channel has improved extremely greatly. My ability to be comfortable doing this has increased. Awkward. Awkward. Not. The proof is not in the pudding. And then, yeah, I'm going to go through the current state of the channel and I'm going to go through the future of the channel. So we're going to take a look at a couple things here, but I think they're kind of hilarious. I'm going to put my headphones on so I can hear what I'm saying in my early videos here. All right. This is the literal first video I ever put out. So 2 days after I started the channel, here we are. Listen in. This kid does not want his parents to wake up while he's playing Xbox. Hi everyone, this is Justin here. Just going to be recording my first Rune Wars BattleCast. Before I start, I'll just kind of tell you a little bit about why I'm doing this. And I did tell you why I was doing this, but this was the video, and slideshow ensues, like it's just pictures and dice. So, wow. First video. Anyway, moving on now, through the ages. This one is my very first Warhammer Underworlds video. Sepulchral Guard versus Iron Skull Boys. We go way back. We go way back in this day. Anyway, I got a new intro here, so I changed my name to the BattleCast because I didn't feel like I could cover other games than Rune Wars with Rune Wars BattleCast. So that's why my email is as it is, and that's why I changed to the BattleCast, which is actually, I don't know, I'm obviously pleased with it. So here we go. Very cool. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the BattleCast. For those of you who are looking for Rune Wars content, don't be afraid. My main opponent is on a vacation, a well-deserved one, and when he gets back, we'll resume that content. It did not resume very well. Warhammer Underworlds Fastly took over in my life, loved it, and Rune Wars kind of faded away. And you'll notice in the intro here, not that I'll play it again, but a lot of the games that are in the background, I don't play anymore. So, I mean, that's just the nature of gaming and constantly playing new stuff. So there we go. Now we're into Warhammer Underworlds. Iron Skull Boys versus Sepulchral Guard. I mean, damn. I'm going to show you something that's hilarious. This is my tendency to overproduce things. Guilty as charged. I found out about green screening and I was like, oh my god. So I tried to green screen an entire game and the lighting is shit. And people were like, dude, like, what the fuck's that? Anyway, guilty as charged. I try and do this still to this day, but I usually dial it back and find a place. So this was early on still in my Warhammer Underworlds career where I have the cards and whatever, and now I don't bother with the cards. I just flash them on screen because it's, I don't know. I find when I watch battle reports, I can't even digest that information anyway. So yeah, here we go. What is Heroes of Terranoth? I don't have many more, but this was my first breakout video. 11,000 views. Couldn't believe how good it was. Using the very same headset for the microphone. Yeah. What is Heroes of Terranoth, and should you be excited? In this video, I'll shed some light on those questions. I mean, I do seem a little dead inside. I can definitely see where people get that from. So, but anyway, yeah, like good shit. This was a very important video for me. It kind of like opened my eyes to, you know what, if I'm passionate about a game, maybe other people are too. So, and lastly, my first board game review. And here I am, I think with the new mic. And I'm going to give you my final thoughts. Oh my god, so crisp. So that was a big upgrade for me, was getting that mic all sorted. So anyway, we've come a long way since the beginning and where we are now, where I am now, where you guys are with me now. So yeah, thank you. So I put my headphones down now. So I love that I get to cover a variety of things on the channel. Some of you, I'm sure many of you are here for Warhammer Underworlds, but I'd like to think that some of you are here for my board game reviews. I'd like to think some of you are here for Song of Ice and Fire or whatever, maybe even Gloomhaven Digital. I do jump around a lot, and I know maybe as a viewer that might be kind of annoying. You're like, why can't he just make Warhammer Underworlds all the time or whatever? And the bottom line is that this is a hobby for me. It's becoming more serious, but it will never, or I shouldn't say never, but it will likely never outpay what being a registered nurse does. But the important thing is it's fun for me, and I love connecting with this wider community. So that's why I do it. And I like board game reviews because they're so varying. They're always, spicing things up. Whereas war games, they come and go. Some stick around for longer, but I like board games because they're very consistent, and I love reviewing them and I love playing them. So that's why I do board games and, occasional PC games and stuff, mixing it up. The dream I would love for, someone who plays Warhammer Underworlds to see a board game review I do and then play the board game, or vice versa. Someone who's here for a board game review, see like Warhammer Underworlds and it's like, oh, that's fun, or A Song of Ice and Fire, or whatever. That's why I like keeping things varied on the channel. I don't want to just stay in one place. So we're going to talk about the current state of things. A little disclaimer, I guess, that says some personal life stuff in it and getting to know me, and some of it's not super happy, as just life hasn't been that way necessarily recently. So if you want to skip to the next section, it's in the description. Otherwise, you're here for the ride. Woohoo! So yeah, very happy with the channel. Still the hobby love of my life. I absolutely love doing this. I love that when a funny idea pops in my head, I can like make a thumbnail or Photoshop or make a video. And most importantly, I'm still loving interacting with you guys. Love it. You comment, I will generally reply. Brings happiness throughout my day. I can be shopping at the grocery store, someone comments. I can be on a break at work and comment. It's just great. So thank you very much. Now, some of you know I work as a registered nurse here in Canada, and Canada is, one place, but all over the world, healthcare systems are getting absolutely smashed right now. Lots of people are retiring. A huge bulge of population is coming through. A lot of strain is being placed on healthcare workers, healthcare, support or whatever. So what it means is that sometimes when I'm done working, my cup feels half empty. And so a big thank you to you guys and my love for this channel, because it helps me recharge my batteries. But also paired with the fact that I don't change who I am for YouTube. I think you could tell. I think you would tell, and I think I would tell if I came on and I was putting on a fake smile for something. If I'm feeling that's how I'm going to be in my video. I mean, that's just the way it is. So anyway, if you have noticed that happening recently, that might be why. Work is it's a great job and there are beautiful moments, but definitely we could use a bit more support systemically, as I'm sure all healthcare society, all systems can. So yeah, the other thing I've, sort of dealt with randomly, maybe like 6 months ago or so, maybe not quite so long, maybe like 4 months ago, I started feeling a bit anxious out of nowhere. It could be because of this, worldwide pressure on healthcare systems that we're having, and being a worker in that system, it's very heavy. But it also could be, being a provider for my wife who's doing her schooling, whatever it is. I did start feeling a bit anxious, and that I think took a toll on me a little bit. But I'm pleased to say that through, support people in my life and, putting in some effort to learn new skills and whatever, I've managed to actually kind of get a wraps on that anxiety. It's not gone, but it's certainly something I've learned to live with and to make a little more manageable in my life. And the reason I'm bringing this up, you might be like, why is he talking about this? Is that I just want you to know that if you have anxiety out there, and it could be completely different than mine, yours could be severe, mine could be minor, whatever. But the point is, if you seek help, it's amazing the difference it can make. Let me attest to that. But also, I want to make a video about pre-tournament anxiety and inter-tournament anxiety for wargaming, because believe me, I get it. It is brutal for me sometimes. When I was at LVO in Warhammer Underworlds tournament, when I was playing, with Stephen Van, who's Call It Shadespire blogger, I was like, it was like DEFCON 9 up in my brain. I was like, my heart was no less than 120 that whole day. I had a pounding headache. It was borderline unsafe. And anyway, got through that tournament, shaken like a leaf against that guy. And I want to kind of make a video to talk about it. I don't know. Maybe you experience it, maybe you don't, but I do. And I have some things that I've kind of learned to help me deal with that. So I want to make a video about that. And if you are feeling that way, there's support out there for you, and maybe look for it because it made a big difference to me. That's something going on in my life right now. And the other big thing that happened recently, and you may see this in some of my videos, or you may have noticed that I'm a little more quiet these last couple weeks, and that's because, and I'm going to show a picture here, it's going to be heart-wrenching. Am I showing a video? Photo? Hold on, guys. I fucked this up. No. Okay, there we go. Heart-wrenching photo. Our beautiful family dog, who lived to 15 years old, unfortunately passed away recently. And although it was humane, he was put down. Degenerative, non-curable conditions, surrounded by loved ones. But if any of you have put down a dog, it is just heart-wrenching and terrible, and among the sadder things that can happen in one's life. So that's why I've also been a bit quiet. I'm having a hard time just being like, oh, I'm going to make a video, because it's like, so sad. Anyway, here we go back. So that's kind of what's been going on as far as personally. As far as games go, I've been playing a lot of A Song of Ice and Fire. Man, that game is dope. Shocked how much I like that game. Didn't want to for some reason. Simon kind of has like a weird reputation that everyone's telling me about. I've never like lived it, but it sort of rubbed off on me. Anyway, bought into this game. Holy shit, is it good. Playing it all the time. So really enjoying that. Warhammer Underworld still playing quite a bit. I'm sort of like not in the zone as much right now. I feel like I haven't really had a good chunk of time to kind of digest the changes of Beastgrave. Haven't really got to sink my teeth in. The meta around here is a bit stale, so, everybody's just playing the same shit, and then you're, like, running new warbands at them. Anyway, so definitely enjoying Beastgrave. Cannot wait for the Rippa Snarlfangs to come out. Those guys are going to be sweet. Totally shocked and appalled by that, that, card pack they just announced. I'll get into that later. But so I'm playing lots of Beastgrave. Lots of board game reviews. And now I'm going to talk about the future of the channel. No promises. Again, this is a hobby that it's a serious hobby. It's a very serious hobby of mine, but it is still that. So, upgrading equipment. I've got like a note thing over here. That's why I'm looking over here. Upgrading equipment, big time. Seriously looking into new video camera and more video cameras. Get better angles and whatnot. But, budgeting is serious. I'm I take my fiscal management very seriously, and being the solo provider for a wife who's doing her master's, which she's killing and should be done eventually, soon enough, you don't want to go out and buy like $1,000 camera. YouTube does not pay me very well. Certainly I would make more if I put the hours I did in YouTube into nursing. It would be a different story. But I also don't have like a Patreon or anything, and I don't want to. I don't like asking for money, and I also don't like sort of like promising something. Like, I don't want people to, be like, oh, for the $5 tier, you get like a written card or whatever it is. I love the way that you guys support me currently, and I don't want to put out bigger expectations through something like Patreon. So anyway, what it means is I have to budget for these cameras. So I suspect in about 6 months, within 6 months, I'll have another camera, a nicer camera, and we'll have some even doper footage on this channel. I'm going to go to more events. That is definitely coming up. I'm planning on going to Gen Con or Adepticon this year, not only to play in the Warhammer Underworlds tournament and meet all you lovely folks, but to also do a lot of board game stuff. Those are big. They're not just war game conventions. They're huge in other ways. And I want to meet game designers. I want to do interviews. I want to play sneak peek copies, like you name it. Network. It's just going to be go get drinks after, you name it. So I was going to go to LVO this year. However, there was this whole scheduling drama, which you may have seen on the Facebook page, which definitely lended itself to my inability to go this year. But also financially, you gotta be careful around these times. So that's something that's definitely going to come up. More Song of Ice and Fire coverage. That game's damn good. Totally love that game. So that's big time. More Warhammer Underworld Beastgrave. Cannot wait. I've actually got some sweet lists I've got planned coming up. Sort of waiting for the Rip of Snarlfang expansion to hit. I just think that it has the little je ne sais quoi I need to get my lists going a little bit better, make things a bit more interesting. Right now it just seems like Season 2 had a bit of like an additional card pack. It's nothing too crazy. I mean, some of the changes are big, obviously. Oh, right, I was supposed to show these while I was doing that. Song of Ice and Fire, Beastgrave. One game that I am going to be doing is Skytear. This game is from a lovely group of people, PvP Geeks, based out of Italy. This game's super cool. It's going to come to me probably around January, maybe a little later. This is cool because it's a like MOBA style game, so pushing lanes and stuff is very important. Great miniatures, but what's cool is it also has a small footprint, which is important. But if you buy this game, unlike Warhammer Underworlds, where like you have to own it all and they have to own it all to have a good game, if you own this set, you and another person can have a good game, or you and 3 other people can have a good game. It's very much like one person can support a small local scene. Obviously, if they have their own set, you could like run like a mirror match or something. Anyway, this game's going to be super dope. They're doing a great job supporting it, so check it out if you haven't. Now, the other game, what do we got here? Super Fantasy Brawl from Mythic Games. The folks at Mythic are just lovely, as in all of them, just great guys. This game's going to be big. We played it here on the channel a bit. Unfortunately, I had to send my prototype copy to another reviewer, and also they put in some erratas and FAQs that sort of changed the game. So what I could make wasn't valuable anyway. This is going to come out, I think we said we could get our hands on it maybe in the early to mid part of this next year, and this is going to be a fun game to play. Really looking forward to this one on the channel. Otherwise, more board game reviews certainly are going to be on the channel. Very much enjoy the board game review aspect of this hobby. I just think that board games are a great way to maintain friend groups that you have made through gaming. Maybe I met someone playing Rune Wars, but we can still play board games together, even if they don't like Warhammer Underworlds, whatever. And board games are super fun to review. So anyway, that's the future of the channel. That's the current state of my life, and that's how we got here. And it's thanks to you. So cannot thank you enough. Let me go back to my slide here. Cannot thank you enough for being a part of this journey with me in my life. I plan on doing this for some time. It could stop eventually. I don't know. I don't know. So, but while it is happening, it is one of the best aspects of my life, and couldn't do it without you guys. Couldn't do it. So thank you so much for watching and supporting the BattleCast. That's why I'm like this in that photo also. Oh, thanks, guys. Drop a comment. Stick around. We've got good things planned for this channel eventually, and yeah. Again, thank you. 4,000 subscribers. Can't even believe it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please consider supporting the channel by liking this video or subscribing to the channel, and especially hitting that bell icon. Feel free to leave comments in the comments section below. I love talking with you guys. Until next video, I'll see you then. Thanks.